Yo, 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 what's good? Salute to the first. Love it, love it. What's up, guys? Happy Saturday to you. What's good? How's everybody doing today? Happy Saturday, happy Friday to some of y'all. Man, it's been a week, man. So, you guys know, forgive my voice. I'm a teacher, so my voice is shot. So, I hope you guys can hear me. Let me know in the comments section if you guys can hear me okay. But yeah, man, I hope you guys have had a great week, man. It's been a quick week for me, I feel like. But yeah, we're going to jump into this. I'm not going to hold you guys too long, but today's topic, we are talking about some Vietnam YouTubers. We're talking about some YouTubers here that have come to Vietnam more recently in the last year. I know Vietnam is a huge topic right now. It's a hot spot, of course. Um, that's why I've been here. I knew this was gonna happen 5 years ago. All right. I could feel it. So I'm really happy. And there's like 50-50, right? Like I'm really happy that Vietnam is finally getting its flowers, but I'm also, on the other hand, there's just all this new information and new people here that are not necessarily giving the right information um, and the correct degrees and all that stuff. So here, in this live, I'm not going to bash anybody because, there's more than enough for all of us to eat here. But there are particular YouTubers here that I can put my stamp of approval on, and I'm gonna, bring them to you. They've been on my channel before, some of them haven't. So I want to butt some myths about, what some of these people have been saying. We're gonna watch some videos, of course, and then once we are, and I'll give my commentary throughout. And so then through, I'm going to intertwine different myth busting stuff that they've been talking about. So hang with me. I'm going to have you guys here probably about an hour, hour and a half. So get your beverage, chill out. If you can't stay the whole time, cool. Hit me on the back end. But yeah, I've gotten a lot of requests for me to do this, to be honest. And I'm not necessarily a react kind of guy. I'm all about people doing what they love and, for the right reasons, of course. I'm not a negative person, and I would never be negative here on YouTube, other than if, bad things happen, right? I'm human, of course. So on this channel, I really try to give you guys the best, most authentic experience of what I'm experiencing. Of course, you can't talk about a lot of things here in Vietnam, um, just because of how it's structured. And so, you know, that aside, I try to give you guys the real deal, what it's like living here, what it's like dating here, um, and what it's like being, for those who follow me and watch my content who are like me, African American, what it's like being a black man here. You know what I mean? And then also, what it's just like living here, right? Cost of living's going up, by the week. Gas, like, is ballooning here. So, like petrol. So, for example, for me, I don't necessarily look at the price when I go to the pump, but I mean, I look, of course, and so this past week, obviously, you guys know what's going on uh, in the world. Let's just put it that way. I don't want this to get stricken or anything about, talk about war stuff, but what's been going on, and so it's having a collateral effect around the world, and so obviously it hit Vietnam this week, and the price so I usually fill up around 70,000 to about 80,000 That's like maybe between $3.50 and $4 US. And so I went from like three and a half, and that lasted me for probably about 10 days. Maybe depending on how I drive, but like probably 2 weeks. Let's just be honest. I mean, I do fill up, to make it for the week, right? Every week. So um, I went this week and I filled up and it went to 115. So about 113. It was about 113 actually. And so you can see that price difference, right? So yes, Vietnam is still affordable. That's still affordable. It didn't hurt me whatsoever, but you can imagine how that significant jump is happening to the locals, right? They already don't make a lot of money. And I know I'm getting off topic, but I just want you guys to understand the real deal, what's going on here. Um, so far, um, a lot of these restaurants and mom and pop shops haven't raised their prices yet. Um, what my lady told me this week was that behind the scenes, all the Zalo groups, all of the little, like, what am I trying to say? Like the Zalo groups, the Facebook groups, the little groups around here, they're all like talking, and they're really trying to help the community by not raising their prices. So it's hurting them as well, right? So hopefully this conflict can end so that they can get back to normal. But anyways, just want you guys to know that the prices here are rising just because of the conflict that's going on. And also Vietnam is a big hotspot right now. So yeah, it's still affordable, but we're gonna bust some myths here, all right? So a lot of YouTubers have been saying a lot of different things, man, and I didn't know where I wanted to go with this live, to be honest, this week, and I was thinking, um, should I just react? And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get my little handy dandy. Bear with me. Let's go like this. Let me remove this. All right. So again, this is not about hate whatsoever. I just want to correct some things. What I'm seeing, I want to recommend people to you guys that are not on your radar. And follow people who in Vietnam are giving you guys the real deal information as well as like honest information, to be honest. Okay. So I'll show you some here in a minute. This is what we're gonna do today. All right. So our first segment we're gonna kick off is why bad advice, excuse me, why bad Vietnam advice spreads. It's obvious, right? Get that money, right? Two, the Vietnam is dirty cheap myth. Three, Da Nang is perfect for everybody. Four, the just move here fantasy. Five, dating myths foreigners believe. That one's going to be a big one. Language myths about Vietnam. Housing advice that misleads all of us expats. All right. I'm going to always continue to throw a little bit of nuggets in there for you guys about in these lives about everything, okay, generally, because this place is constantly moving. All right. This place is changing. I don't recognize Vietnam today like I did 6 years ago. That I did 6 years ago. I'm telling you, even last year, it's changed. So just subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed, and I'm giving you guys up to date information. All right. Eight, we're gonna do some paperwork and visa reality, obviously. I don't want you guys getting scammed. All right. Nine, the expat bubble problem. 10, YouTube versus the real life of Vietnam. And 11, how to tell good advice from clickbait. All right. 12, audience myth busting segment. That's when you guys come in and I'll let you guys get busy. All right. Ask me whatever you need in the comment section. You've been here before. You know how I get down. If you don't, My name's KT. I've lived in Vietnam for 6 years. I'm soon to be married here to my Vietnamese beauty. And I started this channel to help you guys to break down all that noise that you guys see and that you hear, and come to me and ask me a question straight up. I'm the real deal, so hit me up, all right? So, number one, nice to meet you, by the way. Number one, why bad Vietnam advice spreads? Okay, obviously, see, YouTube has really messed up its algorithm, in my opinion, over the last 2 years, because it's it used to be, this platform used to be that you could have subscribers and then they would be able to see your things, see your videos, right? But now it's just a free for all. I don't know what happened, but I hope they correct that. All right. So obviously, the 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 biggest creator who comes to Vietnam and they find out information and they just spill it out, and they're so excited and they're just spilling it out to their audience like it's facts. All right, be careful what you hear about Vietnam here. All right, because this country is not like any other country. Okay, on the surface what you see is not always what you get. Okay, so just, even if I spit some information, make sure you do your own research. Okay, verify, verify, verify. You're always going to hear that on this channel. Number one says Vietnam content performs because it sells freedom, cheap living, dating advantage, and fast escape fantasies. Facts. All right. Whatever's going on in your home country right now, I get it, man. I totally get it. Vietnam offers like, it offers the mega life. Start over, right? You can start over, start clean, and do it again, right? But that is a fantasy, okay? Yes, that opportunity is there. And everything I just said, cheap living, dating advantage for sure. And it just gives you freedom. You have freedom, you have peace here. Who wouldn't want that, right? Whatever you're going through in your home country, I feel you, okay? But just understand that Vietnam is, you have to pick the right area. You have to pick the right people to be around. You have to pick the right environment to flourish. Okay? And sometimes you can get that right off the bat. Sometimes it's going to take you a few months. Sometimes it'll take you a couple years. I mean, that's reality. All right? So just be careful who you meet here and who becomes your friend. Okay? Not all expats are good expats. All right? Two, many creators are short-term visitors. Facts. Or did they just pass through? All right? They're just doing the nomad thing who speak with long-term certainty. This is what us real Vietnam YouTubers who've been here, who've been doing this is what we talk about behind the scenes. Is there's hundreds of them, hundreds of fly by night, here for 3 months, here for 6 months, here for a year, gone, right? People and creators here, and it's, although it's helping Vietnam, like, again, I appreciate that, because we can't do, one creator can't do the heavy lifting for everyone, right? For this country. This country needs help. This country needs good press, good reality type stuff. That's why you're starting to see all this reality stuff, because we understand, I mean, there's a lot of copycatting going on here in Vietnam when it comes to the Vietnam YouTubers. All right? So just be careful, man. They don't, a lot of these YouTubers who are tourists, there's a difference, if you don't know, there's a difference between tourists and expats, right? Expats are the ones, we live here. Tourists are the ones who are just come and pass through. Okay? So you can be a tourist for 5 years. Okay, so you could be a tourist for 10 years. Doesn't mean you're an expat. You gotta have that. You gotta have those credentials. All right. You can be an expat for 20 years, but you gotta have a long-term visa. Like that is the term. That is the goal. Okay, I know. They don't have a long-term visa. It's not that easy, right? So that's why people don't last here. Okay, people last here as long as what I've seen, a year, 2 years, maybe three. Like right now, you guys coming in right now, you've never seen a Vietnam that's so like that's with the times, you know? Vietnam's a good place, man. It's a cool place, but you have to grow, it has to grow on you. Okay? Number three, old information gets recycled for years, even though rents, visa, neighborhoods, and lifestyle costs change fast. It's never changed more rapidly than in this last 2 years. Like, I'm telling you, this next 10 years in Vietnam, you're not even gonna recognize today, 10 years, 5 years from now. Seriously. Like Vietnam is like from the books, like I'm talking from like the accounting, all that is all right now is becoming digital. So they're transferring all paper to digital. All right. So remember when if you're in the States, we did that probably maybe 10, 15 years ago. They're doing that like right now. Obviously, it's going to always be ongoing, but they're doing that now. Like started like last year, if not the year before that, 2023. So they really stepped up their digital footprint here. And so, you can understand that it's the Wild Wild East. Like it's going from like the Wild Wild East to like a civilized nation. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to be like facetious or rude or anything like that. Forgive me. But I mean it. Like being living in it for the last 6 years, that's what makes me excited about this place. Everyone's going to Da Nang, but Ho Chi Minh City is the place to be. I'm telling you, you heard it here first. Da Nang's for vacationers. All right, if you're serious about Vietnam, pick either Hanoi or pick Ho Chi Minh City. That's the reality. Okay. Four, what performs online is simplicity. All right. What actually helps people is updated context and trade-offs. This is super important, man. The clicks, the people who get the clicks are the ones who have the clickbaity headlines, not the real deal information. All right. Let me show you an example of a good YouTuber that probably many of you have seen. And I know this guy personally. He gets a lot of shit from people, and I don't understand why. So uh, let me show you. Let me show you who this guy is. I'm sure most of you know who he is, so bear with me. All right, let's see if I got it. Yeah. All right. So this is a guy I think puts out decent, um, good content. All right. So I know Travis. Personally, I know him, and I've known Travis for a couple years, and I don't know why people give him shit. Like he's a really good dude, and he's just like the rest of us. He's like the rest of us expats. He's figuring it out. Like I've known that dude for a couple years, and when I first met him, he was a really decent dude. Like, and so I don't know where all this hate's coming from. Maybe because he's grown his channel a lot, and like salute to you, man. I mean, mad love. I respect you, brother. And so he puts out decent content, man. Like, and I don't mean decent meaning like terrible or anything like mid. No, he puts out really good content. Um, but let's look at let's look at a good video and one of his more recent ones. I'm not gonna go through all of it, but we'll just see some snippets and let me show you like a creator that I think that he's doing it. He's killing it, man. Like, why would anyone give him any kind of bullshit? Let's check out. Um, let's go to the one month. Let's go to his latest one. How about that? Uh,
Land on someone who knows how to move people and I think I found a solution to one of the biggest problems people complain about when moving to Da Nang, Vietnam. The city's blowing up right now. Foreigners from around the world are choosing to move here, and the first...
Let me know if you guys can hear this. Let me know if you can hear, and I'm sorry, I'm just checking the comments right now. I see you. Let me know if you guys can hear. But let me get to these comments real quick. So, Mr. Okay, what's up, Nav? I'm gonna call you Nav. What's up, bro? Hey, salute to you, my brother. Appreciate you being in the building, my brother. What's he say? Nav says, do you get the, let me remove this. Says, do you get the what are you doing here look from other expats and tourists? No, actually, no, not really, to be honest. If I see one of us, it's more of like, you know how we do. So, we could be way over here. You're like, you know. So we say what's up to each other. Some of y'all don't, some of y'all just, but it's cool, whatever. No, never, to be honest, never. I work here, man, and then when people talk to me, they know I've been here. They know I've been here for a while. And like the way I drive and stuff, I've been here for a while. Thanks to the comment, bro. Appreciate you. Justin Holmes says, are you checking for brothers in Vietnam? Not necessarily. I'm too busy for that. I have, fortunately, where I work, there's a nice community of us. So that's probably the most I've seen brothers in Vietnam in 6 years, to be honest. So it's nice to be able to be around our people, you know what I mean? I love my brothers, so shout out to you guys. You know who you are. And I don't know why I wouldn't be looking for brothers, Thanks for the comment, bro. Shout out to Philly Dom. What's up, brother? Salute to you, my friend. What's up, dog? You all right? I see you in Cambodia, man. I see you. Yeah, how you doing, bro? You all right? I hope you're doing great, man. Thanks for the comment, bro. Philly Dom says, my man, Philly Dom says, Vietnam to the world. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We can hear you. Perfect. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you. Hope you're doing all right, man. I see you, though. I see you. All right, let's get back to it. So this is Travis. All right, let's just see his latest video, and then I'll tell you what's good, and I'll tell you if it's true or not. So let's get it.
First issue you're going to run into is finding a good place to live. Prices are going up like crazy, but it's not because there's not enough apartments available. It's because there's not enough nice apartments available. Da Nang is developing quickly, but quality places are hard to come by. Many buildings are older with poor ventilation, so the most common issue that's going to ruin your place is mold. But I've come up with a cheap hack that I think is kind of a game changer. So in this video, we'll talk about how to get rid of mold if you've already got it, but more importantly, how to avoid a mold problem to begin with.
All right, so far, first fact, Da Nang has a lot of mold. All right, has a terrible mold. Okay, when you move here, Vietnam has mold. So you have to understand, like this is tropical weather. Right? You're always going to have humidity. So it's always going to be wet in the south. In the north, when when I left in 2024, 23, 24, I've been here, this is my second year, so 24. It was so humid up in the north, like in Hanoi. It was so humid, I thought I was in Saigon. Like, no joke. All right? So he's not lying. Right? Da Nang is known for mold. So just be careful. Like, let's see what his hack is. Just see what his hack is, and then we'll move on. But I want to see a different video real quick of him.
My name is Travis. I've been helping foreigners move to Vietnam and get settled in for a few years now. And I see it every day. One of the things I do to help people is connect them with legit local agents to see apartments in person when they first arrive. And everybody keeps saying, ooh, that option could work, but the mold in the bedroom is a deal breaker. And that's fair. Obviously, you probably don't want to move into a place that already has a mold problem. But even if you've been in Vietnam for almost 7 years, started with some yellow discoloration, and then the paint.
See? So I don't know if you caught that. Let me go back real quick. He said he's been here for almost 7 years. Okay. So these are people, I've been here 6 years. So we've been through the ringer, right? I know Travis' story behind the scenes. And so I trust what he's talking about more than I trust anybody that is going to be here for a year, here for 6 months, here for 3 months, and then they say, oh, that's what it is. I'm like, nah, I see this too, man. And it's a problem. All right. So let's see what his hack is real quick, and then we'll move on.
7 years now, and there's been at least a little bit of a mold problem in every place I've ever lived. So I'm actually having this issue right now. I'll show you exactly what I mean. When I first moved into this house, there wasn't any problems at all, but I slowly started to see something developing during the rainy season. It started with some yellow discoloration, and then the paint started bubbling and cracking.
All right, so he's not lying. I haven't heard any lie yet. This is a problem here. Prepare for that. This is why us expats get air humidifiers here. Tourists don't know about that, right? But again, once you land your feet here, you're definitely gonna want to get an air purifier eventually. You don't have to get it right away, but eventually you're gonna want one. The humidity is real, okay? So let's stop this. Let me go back. I'm with you guys. Let's keep it moving. Let's keep it rocking. All right. So again, bad advice. The reason why Vietnam has bad advice, these YouTubers, is because it sells. It's money. All right. It's quick headlines. Don't believe everything you see. All right. Let's keep it moving. Okay. The Vietnam dirt cheap. The Vietnam dirt cheap myth. All right. The worst relocation myth ever. Okay. So again, Vietnam is affordable, y'all. It is affordable here, but the lifestyle, it depends on your lifestyle. It depends on what you want to spend, right? If you drink here, prepare to pay 30 to 40 or 50 or 60% more. It's like that. Okay? This is Ho Chi Minh City here is a metropolitan city, and it's sprawling. Okay, so they're growing it on the outside. So just prepare for that, right? Really, you see all these videos that have like $500. You can live here for 500. You can live here for 1,000, and it's true. However, it depends on where you want to live because your rent can be $500. Your rent can be $400. Your rent can be $1,000. I mean, it depends on what you want, you know? So right then and there, you're not going to pay $100. Don't expect to pay 100, 200, 300, 400 in the city center of Ho Chi Minh City, anywhere in Vietnam. Anywhere. Okay? You're gonna pay for it. And especially in Da Nang now, you guys are the ones who are making the price go up because you guys want to pay whatever. You're like, shit, 800 for a studio? Cool. I'm like, and us YouTubers are looking at you guys, us expats, excuse me. Us expats are looking at you guys like, are you out of your effing mind? 800 for a studio? Oh, just because it has a view is cool? Nah. Nah. You're fucking it up for the rest of us, straight up. Number one, survival. A survival budget is not the same as a stable lifestyle budget. Facts. If I'll just put it this way, the difference between a traveler and the difference between an expat, you guys know this already, all right? But it needs to be said. Traveler has basically unlimited money for like their duration of their trip. An expat, you're living month to month, right? So you're gonna live differently. Obviously, where you live, you're going to spend less. That's just the way it is. And Some expats, but that's not true because some expats that I know right now that I work with, they spend a ton of money. And so I don't spend like they do, right? Even though I live in the center, I don't spend like they, right? I'm having a completely different experience than most other single expats that are doing their thing. I'm about to get married, like literally about to get married. And so I'm doing that. They're doing the single life, drinking, having fun, and that's cool, That's cool. I don't knock that shit. We go out too, but it's different, right? Expect that when you're with a Vietnamese woman, depending on who she is. If she's conservative, most of them are. If she's conservative, she's gonna chill, you know. If she's kind of a wild one, then that's a red flag. One. So just make sure that if you go out, she go out. Okay. If she going out by herself, that's a problem. Okay. Two, imported groceries, premium coffee habits, grab dependency, dating, nightlife, and expat housing add up quickly. Man, you have no idea how much you're gonna spend until you look at the end of the month and you're like, damn, I spent 5 grand. You should not be spending $5,000 in Vietnam. Like, sorry, you shouldn't. And until they get there, you shouldn't be spending 5 grand a month for what? Unless you have a family of like 10. I mean, honestly, if you have a family of seven, okay, I get that. But 5 grand, dude, on 1,000, let's say on $2,000, a family of six, you could be fine. A month, every month, 2 grand, straight up. All right. Three, yeah, the Grab is a big deal because yes, Grab is the Uber of here, Vietnam. Okay, so you Grab. You should know if you're following me, you know about Grab. So Grab, a dollar ride. Yes, it costs. It's so affordable to go multiple miles, right? $1, $2. But think about it, man. You could be taking every day like 6 or 7 different Grab rides, and yeah, it doesn't seem like a whole lot, but when you live here, we all typically drive. Okay, I know a lot. There's like probably 60% of expats. They tend to just do the Grab thing that I work with. I'm shocked because they tell me they spend like probably about $500 on Grab rides alone. That's crazy. When you could rent for $40, um, for like 40, $50, you could rent every month a motorbike and ride. And gas, I just told you about gas. Gas, it's like, it's peanuts. But you'd rather spend 500 USD on Grabs because think about it. You got to go, let's say you work here. You got to go to work. That's to work, from home to work, one. From, let's say you have to take a Grab because you have to go to different schools. So you have to take a Grab from work to take a Grab to another job, to another school, to another school, to another school, to the job, and then back home. How many Grabs did you just take? Like 7? Yeah, it adds up, and you're doing that every day, at least Monday through Friday. So it adds up real quick. Okay. So I would recommend that if you're not afraid to drive, figure it out and drive. All right. It's not difficult. Trust me. It looks difficult. It's not difficult. Three, creators. Again, this is the Vietnam is dirt cheap myth. All right. Three, creators often show what you can spend, not what you will spend once the routine convenience kicks in. That's facts. All right. Yes, I've seen a few videos, several videos like this my live day to day thing, and that's cool. I think that's cool, but They are going to show you dishes that cost dirt cheap, right? They're not, most of these YouTubers are going to eat Western food, okay? But they're not telling you that. They're gonna go eat Vietnamese food and they're gonna go show you that so they can get content. And then they're saying it's cheap, you know what I mean? This is what, don't believe the hype, okay? Uh, if it's good, go research it, research the place, do your own research, look at several videos, and if they have a good consensus, then go for it and check it out, man. But don't believe the hype all the time, right? Four, the smarter question is not can I do it cheap, but can I live how I actually want without financial stress? That's a really, really important question you should be asking yourself when you come here, right? I know you right now are definitely not gonna live like a Vietnamese. You don't want to live, and I'm not knocking their lifestyle, but they live a lot, they just live a very simple life. We are not accustomed to that, right? Our simple life is like their ultimate life, the general Vietnamese. Seriously, our midlife is their like life. Like I wish I could have it. So understand that if you come here, you're going to want to ball out a little bit. I get it. I get it. I get it. We all do it. Okay. When you live here, it's a different story. Okay. Um, you eventually will start to learn to save money. Okay. And that's what the Vietnamese are masters at saving. They're masters at saving money, getting a discount. Give me a discount, right? They're masters at that. All right. So yes, if you're a tourist and you're here for a limited time, of course you don't care about price. But when you're an expat, it's something different. Okay? These I don't believe the hype uh when a tourist is coming to Vietnam saying that, hey man, I want I got this for $1. It's like, yeah, it exists, but that's not that's not the reality. Like a lot of the Vietnamese eat like that. And I do eat like that as well, but those are like snacks. Those are not meals, okay? And the price is going up. I'm telling you, okay? Let's keep it moving. Let's keep it rolling. Uh, let's go like this. All right. So the city myths. So I'm seeing a bunch of these creators, and I'm watching these creators say the most amazing things about Da Nang, and I truly do appreciate them again um, promoting Vietnam. Vietnam needs it, man. These people need it, bro. It's time for them to come up, you know. But Da Nang is not perfect for everyone. Okay, there is no perfect city, really. There is no perfect city for everybody. Okay, you just have to find your vibe. Okay, my vibe. I lived in Hanoi for 3 years, and then I lived in the Central for about 6 months, and that kind of wasn't my vibe. Um, I'm a big city guy. I'm a city boy. I'm from Southern California, of course. So I appreciate that vibe. Ho Chi Minh City was it for me. Hanoi was it for me, right? As these other areas and as I get older, I like the green. I like the fresh air. Um, I don't necessarily like the cities here, to be honest. But yeah, these are things you have to consider being an expat. Do you want to get the money and then get out? If you have the money, then and you want to come and stay here, then you need to do the 90-day visa runs. You just got to. That's what you have to do right now. All right. So Da Nang is great for some people. Da Nang is not great for a lot of others. A lot of us expats. Most of us expats who live here go to Da Nang to chill out. That's it. I would never live in Da Nang. I wanted to at one point, and then I was like, nah, I'm good because it's it's too many foreigners. I'm not gonna lie. And then the reason why I say that, it's not a bad thing. It's just that it costs too much. You know, it, everything is around there is starting to cost ridiculous amounts of money. When you can come to Ho Chi Minh City, Ho Chi Minh City is the most expensive area in Vietnam. However, it depends on where you live. I mean, I'm good. You're gonna hear me say this over and over and over again. It depends on where you live here because that's just, Vietnamese. If you live in a more local area, you're going to spend a lot less. Okay. If you live in like the D1s, if you live in the D3s, where I live in D3, D3's a mix. So you're just gonna um, you're gonna spend more money. That's it. You know, if you're okay with living outside of Tao Dien D2, where all the expats live in Tao Dien, if you're okay with that, then you're gonna save so much money. I'm telling you. Okay, number one, Da Nang gets sold as a dream city because it combines beach, calm, cleanliness, and a and a lighter daily rhythm. I absolutely love Da Nang's vibe. I'm from San Diego, man. Of course, I'm from the beach. I lived on the beach when I was there. I loved it. Like I lived in PB, Pacific Beach. That place is home, right? Uh, it sucks, man. It really does suck when Ho Chi Minh City's there's no water to be seen around here. Like Ho Chi Minh City would be the best city ever if it had a beach anywhere near it. I gotta go 2 hours southeast to Vung Tau to go and chill. It's cool. I love Vung Tau, but I don't want to drive 2 hours to go to the beach. I don't know. That's just my thing. But I do love the cleanliness. I love the way they're doing it there. Like I feel like they're doing it right over there when it comes to the cleanliness, right? They should be doing that, and that should be that's the beta. Um, that's the not beta. Yeah, I guess yeah, that's the beta. That's the test pilot, right? Is what I'm trying to say. So the test pilot city, and then they should spread that all around Vietnam, and then Vietnam's gonna be like 10 times better because then it'll be clean, right? They need to adapt that philosophy of the cleanliness because when I was in Da Nang, and even in Nha Trang as well, even in Nha Trang as well. So it's spreading, but um, I know Vietnamese people can do it. They can do it. They can definitely throw their garbage in the trash. They just need to have access to receptacles. Okay, more trash cans. Okay, there's this country needs like a billion trash cans, and then just spread them all around. Okay, number two. Um, but I do love Da Nang's vibe. I love it. It's clean. The air feels clean. Um, it's just, you can actually walk around there. You know what I mean? Ho Chi Minh City reminds me of like US because you have to get a bike and you have to like ride around and it's just so massive, you know? Too. That can be true for some people, but social butterflies, entrepreneurs, and nightlife driven people may feel boxed in fast facts. So Da Nang, there's a lot of there's a lot of new businesses popping up in Da Nang. Da Nang is trying to be known for the digital nomad like epicenter of Southeast Asia. And so they can do it. Da Nang, if you've gone to Da Nang in the last year, you're not going to recognize that city. That city has a lot of room to grow, but it it just needs right now they're in the infancy stages of it. Like they've probably been doing it for like maybe 5 years, like really developing that place, like over the last under 10 years. like with the focus of like digital nomad in the last couple years. So yeah, look at the floor plans that the government wants to do with this country. It's amazing. It's amazing. All right. Entrepreneurism, they've made it a lot easier for us to come in and bring our money. The one thing I will have to say is that it's hard to get your money out. All right. But there's ways there. There's ways around it. But it's hard to get your money out. And then nightlife. Nightlife is cool. It's not like Thailand though. You know, like if they had the Thailand vibe, like the nightlife vibe here in Vietnam, this Vietnam would kill Thailand, straight up. But it's a different world here. It's conservative. They don't party like, like we do in Thailand, you know what I mean? They don't party like that. It's different here. So when I was single and when I was going out, and I still think that that's an issue of like the nightlife, even in Saigon. Even though Saigon, they have streets that you can go and you can go off and go have a good time. Outside of those streets, there's not much going on really. I mean, there is, don't get me wrong, there is, but it's not popping. You feel me? Like in with Vietnamese, probably it is, but with us foreigners outside of D1, man. So that's why we all like either work or we find things to do. Like we join groups, like sports groups. It's good. This country is good to focus. Get your shit done. Move up with your life. Stable. Get stable here, and then figure out a country where you can actually like you can make moves. You know what I mean? Vietnam is if you're gonna live here, you're gonna have a wife here or a husband. This is a good place to raise a family. Uh, they got to get the air thing situated, but it's coming up. All right, this is a good area. I'm telling you. Da Nang's cool. I'm not necessarily sure it's good for families. Okay, maybe hippies, but not necessarily good for families. Okay. Um, Number three, smaller social circles, facts, fewer opportunities, and stronger expat churn can make it feel peaceful or boring depending on personality. Yeah, it's hard to make friends, right? Real friends in a place like Da Nang. All right, so especially if you're an expat, is what I'm saying. Especially if you're an expat, because if you're an expat, you see other expats. They either work there, they're digital nomads, they run out of money, they get a new job. It's in Saigon. It's a very transitional city. Okay, like people are coming and going constantly. I don't like that, right? Because again, this country is kind of a transitional uh, hub for people to move on, right? So that's another reason why you got to make sure you follow people who and YouTubers who are actually here, expats, who are actually expats and who've been doing this for a while. Okay, it's yeah, I know the clickbaity stuff is cool, but and the real ones are not necessarily the most popular people, but we're dropping gems and you don't even know it. All right. Three, the smaller circles. That's facts, man. Like if you were here pre COVID, this wasn't a thing. This is new. This whole post-COVID Vietnam is completely foreign to me. Like I've had to adjust to not, no one really goes out like that anymore. Really like that. My people don't really go out like that anymore. They either have girlfriends, they are settling down, they're doing their business. I mean, they're getting older, right? So they're in their 30s. There's a few of my younger friends that they're out and still on the prowl, but you know, not having a lot of great success though, like relationships. So it's not so good in these streets, man. I'm gonna be honest. It feels like there's a lot of attention. We get a lot of attention, but to secure something, it's kind of difficult. I'll be honest, for the younger guys, the older guys, you guys are cleaning up good. So I'm just sprinkling a little nugget in there for you. All right. Good advice for. Good advice says who a city is for, not that it's for everybody. Okay. So again, make sure that when you're following these YouTubers, make sure that they are specific. Listen to what they actually are saying. Don't just be mesmerized by these people, all right? And by me as well, all right? Because I am part of them, okay? Again, if we are spitting some information to you, verify it for yourself, okay? Don't take it as Bible, all right? Because we get shit wrong too, man. We're human, all right? So again, if Saigon fits you, then by all means go for it. I've talked about the difference between these cities, tier one, tier two, tier three, tier four cities. I've talked about this. All right. So find the tiered city that is right for you, and you will win. That's the key. That's the key. Find the tier city, then check out whichever city you want to live in, right? Because obviously you find a tier city or a region and you got to find that city. Okay. Do your research. Make sure you do your research. Okay. Don't just willy nilly it. Okay. For real. All right. Let's keep it rolling here. Where we at? Let's go. I believe we're going dating now. Yeah. Okay. Dating myths. Now this one for you guys. I don't know. I I I don't see a lot of um, foreigners, at least travel foreigners, um, talking about dating, like real dating here. Okay, I know that they exist. Don't get me wrong. I've seen them, but um, they're talking a lot about situationships. Why? Because they don't know what the fuck they're talking about when it comes to actually real dating. Now, again, look at Vietnam YouTubers who've been here for a while, potentially have been on the dating market, okay? Because it's not as easy as you guys think. All right. Yes, we have advantages. Even brown skin have advantages, okay? But it's not as easy as you think. Okay, number one. Our Let me see. Number one says a lot of content creators oversell dating as it's super simple, super easy, or automatic favorable for foreigners. Now, I'll say this: Vietnamese women, 8 times out of 10 prefer a Vietnamese man. Period. 8 times out of 10. All right. Of course, there are Vietnamese women who don't date Vietnamese men. That's just a fact. Um, they'll date us. Okay. They're the ones who will be more willing to be with us. Okay. Find them. Okay. You're not going to have a chance with 8 out of 10 girls, 80 out of 10, 100 women you see. Okay. But things are changing. 2026 Vietnamese woman is different. It's different, man. So it's becoming they want to be more competitive with other women in the world. Like they have a lot to offer, and yet no one really gives them an opportunity around the world, right? Doesn't have the best reputation around the world, and so it affects their people. And so yeah, it's it's true that Vietnamese men still want or still will get their women 8 times out of 10, but it's been changing over at least the last 6 years I've been here. Okay. a lot more Vietnamese women than you think are looking our way now. Okay, I'm talking about brown. I'm talking about expat. I'm talking about foreigner. I'm not you. I didn't mention tourist. I did not mention a tourist. You might slip around and get some tail every once in a while from being a tourist. It's very difficult to pull a Vietnamese woman being a tourist. I've seen it over the years. I've seen it recently, multiple times. Guys are having issues, um, and I'm gonna tell you why. And the reason why is because Vietnamese women they want more of a commitment. They're not like Thai women. No shade, no shade, but Thai women will give you a shot. They'll let you hit. You know what I mean? Vietnamese women won't let you hit unless they know that you're serious. That's the difference. That's why you guys are having issues. Now, of course, there's women out here, of course, that will just let you hit. That will let you hit. But if she let you hit in the first night, everybody else got to turn. So just understand that. There's levels to this shit here. They're not all Vietnamese women are created equal as well. So understand that if you're a tourist and you see YouTubers that are here talking about how easy it is that they pulled, that's cap. That's cap. Facts. Because Vietnamese women don't give it up like that unless they're trying to clout chase or whatever. Unless the guy had to like lean with like, hey, I'm a big YouTuber or I'm a big content creator or he had a camera or whatever, right? Again, you don't want those women. The guys who follow my channel, you guys are looking for relationships. What you told me. Of course, if you can hit something, cool. I get it. All right. But if you're looking for a relationship, like something like I got, it takes time. It takes time to nurture that. The real love. The real like go out there and be somebody, you know what I mean? Type of love. It takes culture, it just takes time. You know what I mean? You can't rush that shit. Trust and believe, man. Like a Vietnamese woman is the best asset you can get. So hire slow, fire fast. You get that? Hire slow, fire fast. All right? Don't rush the relationship. Okay? If you're vibing with a girl, don't rush it because she will be like, I'm good. She'll get scared off real quick. All right? Don't forget to hit the like button real quick, y'all. Hit that subscribe button as well, man. I'm on the road to 6K, man. Let's get it. Let's get it. All right. So it's not easy, bro. It's not easy to pull a real Vietnamese woman. You know what I mean? Any of us could just pull anything. Trust and believe. All right. But you don't want that, man. I didn't want that, so I didn't settle for the first thing I got. I'm watching you guys. I'm watching these YouTubers pulling, whatever, and they're getting stuck with them because they're not moving right. They don't know how to move here. You feel what I'm saying, right? They don't know how to move here. So you just have to really focus, all right? And it starts with where you're living. It starts with where you're living. Why? Because right where you live, that's where you're probably gonna find somebody. All right. Two, that ignores family expectations, future planning, financial rules, jealousy, and different relationship timelines. Okay. Again, you don't want when it comes to family, the family expectation, that's always gonna be there. It depends on how your lady, like, it depends on how she handles it up here, because I've noticed that some Vietnamese women will handle the pressure of being with a foreigner like shitty, and that's the one you don't want. But the one that you would least expect would be into a foreigner is into a foreigner. Excuse me. All right. So you don't want to be with a chick who's not close to her family. That is like that is not common here. They're all close to their family. They'll talk to them every day. If they don't, run away. Okay. If they don't think about their future, what about their financial rules, right? Of course they make less money, but you have to talk to your girl about what's she gonna bring to the table. I mean, you're not really gonna ask that, but like, you kind of have to, like, hey, or you can lead them. You can lead them into that direction. It just depends on the age range of your girl too. You know what I mean? If you got a girl who's in her 20s, you can like mold her. You know what I mean? For lack of a better phrase, you can mold her. If she's in her 30s, she's probably has a good head on idea of where she wants to go. And then obviously in her 40s, and she knows where she's going, hopefully. Hopefully. So, um, but obviously it just depends on what you like, right? But you have to don't be confused and fucked up over their face or their beautiful legs or their nice breasts or their nice ass. You know what I mean? They're beautiful. I get it, but make sure she has something up here. You know what I'm saying? Three, dating here is not a cheat code. It depends on maturity, communication, lifestyle, and boundaries. Facts. Man, I've I've been through a few of them, like situationships. The maturity level, bro, 40s, they're either too mature, 30s, they're kind of like it's 50-50, you know what I'm saying? Uh, 20s, they've been the most mature so far. Like not just my girl, but like other ones in their 20s. They've been the most mature here so far. All right? Communication is important, man. Don't let anybody tell you it's not important, man. You don't want to be with a woman who doesn't speak English. You just don't. It's good for a situationship and seeing her every once in a while, but it's a bad decision. I'm gonna be honest. I gotta keep it a buck. It's a bad decision because you're gonna get frustrated, man. I did, and it's not something that it's gonna it's not something that's gonna last long term. You feel me? So, um, communication is number one. If she can communicate a little bit of English, I'm not. If she can talk 30 to 40% of English, that's cool. Then she can learn from you. You feel me? So just just make sure that at least she got 30%. You know what I'm saying? You're like, but Kev, I can I can make sure, man, these YouTubers, man, they're listen to the ones who are in the relationship, man. And this is a good segue to another guy that I think you've seen him on my channel. I absolutely think this guy's great. He gives good advice, and he's also getting a lot of bullshit hate, right? I don't know why, man. But here, let's take a look. Give me a minute. Let me share my screen. All right, man. You guys know who this guy is, right? This is Evan. So this is my buddy Evan, and he has been in the game for a minute, a few years. He's killing it, um, and just like Travis, he's also gives. He's married for one. He's married to a local Viet here. He's been in Vietnam for more than 6 years. All right, and he has kids that are here, so he knows what the fuck he's talking about. Okay, when it comes to, and he's actually like semi-retired. So when he talks about retiring, when he talks about um, um, family stuff, like listen to Evan. He knows what he's talking about. Yes, yeah, he's a YouTuber, but he's actually an expat who's been here a while. He's worked here as well. He's worked here as well. Now, the difference between Evan and the difference between Travis is Travis is a tourist. He is on a tourist visa. Okay, as far as I remember, and through his videos, he's a tourist. So he leaves every 90 days, right? And so I think I heard something like about a week ago, maybe 2 weeks ago now, that Travis was trying to get married or something like that to get the longer term visa. So I have no idea, but that would be cool. And if that's true, congratulations, my boy. Um, but yeah, the difference between him and Evan is Evan's on a marriage visa. So he has a long-term visa. So he's able to, so he worked at international school. You guys can go check out our interview I did with him. Um, and so you'll see, you'll hear his story. And so he's from Canada. And so he's got it out the mud. I'm doing exactly basically what he did. That's basically it. And so we're getting it out the mud. And so I think Evan is great. I think Evan's content is great, man. It's check Evan's channel out, man. If you guys and check Travis's, you guys haven't subscribed to them, you don't know who they are, go check their content out and you'll see, man, they've been in it, man. They're good, you know. These are guys that I trust. These are guys that I would trust because not only do I know them personally, but that's kind of a cheat code, but they've been here a while, right? Like I think Evan's been here probably 10 years maybe. I forget, maybe like 8 years, 8 years. So again, he's been here, right? Travis, 7 years, right? Don't listen to people who haven't been here longer than 3 years. Minimum. Minimum. And even then, the honeymoon is still there. Okay. You want the real deal? Get the people whose glasses are we've seen the Matrix. We've seen it, right? We know the bullshit. Okay. That's why we're like, okay, we give it to you raw. Pause. All right. So that's just what it is, man. All right. Evan is a guy you guys should be getting some re retirement info, general info about Vietnam and marriage and like relationships if he ever talks about that kind of stuff. But I don't think he does. All right. Um, but yeah, he's a good one. Okay. I don't know why he gets a lot of hate either, but it's probably just because he's growing, right? I get it, but he's a good dude, man. Behind the scenes, he's a good dude, straight up. All right, let me stop sharing. And let's get back into this. Let's go like this. All right. Number four. No, let me finish number three. So the lifestyle. So again, I already told you guys that the lifestyle here is whatever you want it to be. Truly, truly. If you want to be a party monger, hang out and go do your thing, I feel you. Okay. That you can do that. If you want to be someone who chills on the couch and just chills with your girl, kick it with the kids, just be a little family man, you can do that too, man. That's what majority of us do here. We chill with our loved ones. We're building shit here, man. Whether it's relationships, whether it's business relationships, friendships with neighbors, like you're constantly always like building rapport. Okay. This is, when you start over, you literally have to start over. So no one knows you and you don't know their language and you don't know their culture, you don't know shit. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Right? That's what I did. I got it out of the mud. And I think that if you come here with a plan, even down to your dating lifestyle, what do you want it to look like? This is what we do when I set up consultations and I talk to you guys about this stuff is like, you know, at least that first year, you should be you should plan and you should at least execute, talk to someone who's here. Talk to one of us, man. Spend the fucking money and get your ass over here, man, for real. Because this will change your life, bruh. For real. Come over here, man, and feel the peace, man. I'm telling you, man. All right, these YouTubers, man, don't believe everything they say. Number four, fantasy-based dating advice creates weak expectations and bad decisions. I just told you it's hard dating a Vietnamese woman. It's hard to pull a Vietnamese woman, let alone keep a Vietnamese woman. What you talking about? You know? Again, I told you it it's becoming increasingly easier for us to talk to Vietnamese women. One, because their English is getting better. Two, they're educated. Three, they'll probably talk to you faster than you will talk to them. They'll just they'll just say hello, hello. They're not scared of us. They're not scared. They're not scared of us. They're not. I was just having this conversation the other night with my boy Jay. Shout out to you, Jay. Um, he's American, big American, like boom, and cool as a cucumber, man, like a little teddy bear, you know what I mean? And he mentioned that, yeah, they're not. He's like, wow, man, like I was in this like tiny alley, dark alley, and I was walking through, and this old lady, this little tiny old lady, walked up to me and I offered to start talking to me, and it was dark, and he was like, I've never experienced that before, ever. And I was like, yeah. He's like, she wasn't even afraid of me. And hearing him say that, it made me reflect, like, that's true, man. Like, the only time I get kind of looked at, I I've never gotten like women cross the street on me. Probably a foreigner, but I can't remember. Can't think of it. So they're not afraid of us foreigners, and then that's just it. If they don't rock with you, they're not gonna rock with you. Simple. All right. And don't come here thinking that because you're a foreigner or because you have money, that you're just a shoe-in. If you're a shit ass individual, they will sniff that in you, out of you, and you will not get a woman whatsoever here. Facts. They have Facebook groups that even if you pull one, you do them dirty, they'll take a picture of your ass and then they'll put it up on that Facebook group and these WhatsApp groups and the Zalo groups about like dating. Are you dating this foreigner? They have it, bro. Trust and believe. Okay, they're smart. All right. Let's talk about the language, man. Let's talk about some language here. Uh, yes, this one. You don't need Vietnamese and culture adaptation myths. All right. Vietnam is becoming easier, man. Trust me, it's becoming easier because the Vietnamese, like the government is in this race to get their people to speak English. So English, if it hasn't already, I'm hearing back and forth myths as well. See, I bust myths every day too, okay? So I gotta dig through this shit too. But they they will soon to propose English as a second language, like it being their second language, like their primary second language. You know what I mean? Like officially. So it's happening. And so now the last 20 years has been not for nothing, but a lot of scams, a lot of the students in the last 20 years because they've only been learning English for 25 years, max 25 years, period. So, um, so before, like in that 25 years, man, is rife with scams and abuse. And so now they need to change it's changing the system now. It's going to be crazy. Again, these next 10 years, if you can get in right now and within this next 5 years, you can start a business, you can establish yourself, you will be going up with Vietnam instead of going down and being depressed and angry in the States. I saw the writing on the wall 10 years ago. So, um, two, you can, number one, yes, you can survive the bubble using English in convenient storage services and convenience stores. They call, well, yeah, I guess they're convenience stores, but um, most of the convenience stores in your tourist areas and in the expat districts, they will speak a good enough English, high proficiency English. You won't have any issues. Okay. Now it's when you get outside of that you're gonna have issues. Okay. So most people here, someone speaks English. Someone speaks English in around. Okay. If you don't have someone who speaks English, then just pull your translator out and you'll be fine. All right. All right. So two, uh, but basic Vietnamese lowers friction, improves respect, and gives you a better access to outside premium zones. This is what I was just talking about. Okay. If you learn English, if you learn a little bit of Vietnamese, a little basic Vietnamese, like the numbers, how to say things like hi, good morning, how are you, just being courteous to them. Um, they're gonna do everything they can to help you out, man. You'd be surprised. You tell me in the comments. Vietnamese, you speak a little bit. You've come to Vietnam, right? You've spoken a little bit of Vietnamese to them. How'd they react to you? Let me know in the comment section. All right. I bet you they were like, oh, right. I know. They do it to me all the time, every day, multiple times a day. They're like, and then they start speaking Vietnamese to me, and I'm like, that's all I got. And they start laughing. Yeah, I'm like, I don't know. Yeah. But again, they're starting. There's just because they're starting to learn English doesn't mean that we, as expats, when you move here, there's no expectation for you to learn Vietnamese. But as you get in here, start learning the basics. Just learn the basics, right? Start using that, master that, and then build on your vocabulary. Okay? It's something that this language is so difficult that again, most of us we don't really have that much time if you're real. I mean, it depends on who you are, but like to go to these classes and learn, right? Because a lot of that stuff is going to be right after work for most of us expats. Ain't nobody trying to go learn Vietnamese after you just pulled a fucking 8 hour day. Nah, I'm good. So I know. I'm waiting till I retire to go do that, and I'm retiring after this next year. So three, even a small effort changes how people will receive you and how much confidence you can carry into your daily life and tasks. So that is so true. When I use my Vietnamese, and I don't know Vietnamese fluently, but I do know enough to like talk to them and like kind of get a reaction. Um, but again, I know the basics. I'm working on that, right? I'm just giving you guys advice that I'm doing, okay? Learn the basics. I've been learning the basics for 6 years. I know the tones. I can hear. Cool thing is, I can hear when they're from the north, when they're from central, and when they're from the south. I can hear it. So And it really does. Having heard Vietnamese like for the last 6 years, I can pick up on words and stuff. So I know my brain is turning this stuff into words. It's just taking a little bit of time. You know what I mean? But the cool thing is that my brain's been absorbing the Vietnamese. Even though the blah, 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 I can understand some of it, which is it's like to me, to be honest. Three, even a small, okay, I already read that. So yeah, if you just try, I promise you, you're gonna have a better experience here. Okay. Four, creators who say you never need Vietnamese after talking about survival, not quality of life. Okay. So I'll read that again. Creators who say you never need Vietnamese are talking about survival, not quality of life. Okay. Yeah, it's facts, right? I would be the most arrogant Westerner if I just spoke English and I didn't pick up on any of that shit and I didn't interact with Vietnamese. Only what I wanted and what I needed and then left, I would be the biggest dickhead. I think foreigners who do that come to this country and don't interact with the Vietnamese, which I don't know how you can do that, but I know how you can and I know why people would do that. But I think that's kind of a dick move, to be honest. Anyways, that's my opinion. Let's keep it moving. Oh, let me see. I see some comments here. We are on. Bear with me. Let's see. All right. Coffee with Steve says, "Good afternoon. What's up, Steve? How you doing, my brother? Nice to see you. Dan, thanks for the comment, bro. Army Guard Travels. What's up, bro? What's good? Salute to you, man. When you come back to see me, bro, holla at me. I hope you're well, brother. Thanks for the comment. Living with D. What's up, D? D moved here. Have you spoken to women about dating in Vietnam? I have not spoken to women about dating in Vietnam. I actually have one girl that I'm gonna bring on here, but no. What about you? You want to come up and talk? Come up and talk. Let us know what you working with. What's your experience dating here? I would love to know, to be honest. All right, thanks, D. Appreciate you. I hope everything gets situated with your thing. Sorry you went through that. Thanks for the comment, though. It's Pooh. What's up, Pooh? Shout out to you, my brother. What's up, Pooh? Um, Pooh says, "Give me 3 months. I'm leaving Korea, bro. It's a trap out here. Facts." Yeah, I know. I have family that lives out there, and yeah, yeah, yeah. They told me that. So yeah, man. Thanks, Pooh. I appreciate you, man. Yeah, come through, brother. Appreciate you. Let's keep it moving, man. Let's see here. Okay, let's go like this. Let me show you somebody else who I think is a really good YouTuber, and I got a few guys, so just bear with me here. Share my screen. See here, they just don't understand that us YouTubers, we specialize in different like niches, right? Within Vietnam, right? And then this guy, you guys know who Simon is, my man Simon. He's crushing it. So Simon, he's obviously an American who he's into real estate. So naturally when he started his channel, he was someone that I was like, hey, you should definitely go into the housing and market and dominate that shit. He's always look at him, he's on his way. He's well on his way. So if you're looking for, content that has to do with specifically, obviously he covers general stuff as well, but specifically rentals, and he isn't in obviously he's in Da Nang. Yeah, you should check him out because he gives good advice about rentals. he speaks the language as well. So, and he has insight that even I don't have because he speaks the language, right? And he knows the culture. Again, these are things that we all do, right? We have our lane that we stay in, right? And that we help each other. If you're a Vietnam YouTuber and you don't like collaborate with any of us, then I know you're full of shit, right? And then obviously Army guy as well, but he's been here a year, um, and no shade to that, but you know he's been trying to catch up. He's been catching up, but and shout out to you, bro. You're killing it too. All right, but again, if you're going to look, he's retired. He's semi-retired, Simon, and so he has the time to go and check out these apartments, right? Like for me, I do everything as well, and I do apartments as well, but I don't have the time to go and check out apartments all the time. So Simon does good stuff, shows you different apartments in Da Nang, and if you're looking for, excuse me, if you're looking for, good information, reliable information, he's still new to Vietnam, about 2 years. He said he's been in, um, but again, uh, when it comes to, I know I said 3 years. I know I said listen to people who have 3 years, but he specifically speaks the language, and he has people that he knows that's in real estate here. So I would listen to him as well. All right. So that's another guy I think that you guys should go check out. And again, you can see, he does a bunch of stuff. Six apartment tour, right? And he talks about Da Nang, Da Nang so far. All right, but he's all over the place. Check him out. Okay. All right, let's keep it rolling, man. Let's keep it rolling. Where was I? Language. Okay, language myths. Okay, again, you can get away with the language myth here, but make sure that you learn the basics. Okay. All right, let's get to the housing here. So here are some. I've heard a lot of different numbers of apartments, prices of apartments that you could get. Funny thing is that if you see us just based on this, okay, this is who you know is the real deal. The longer expats who've been here, us YouTubers, have you noticed, we rent houses, homes, not apartments, okay? Eventually we'll transition into a house. Why do you think that is? Why do you think that is? This is how you know who knows what the fuck they're doing, okay? On YouTube. If you look at their crib, they give you guys like a crib video, and they live in an apartment. They don't know shit. They know they're like everybody else. The reason why is because it is who you know. It is what you do, right? What you do, who you know, and where to look. Straight up. It's not difficult, man. It's not difficult. But you just have to know the right people to talk to. You just have to ask the right questions. This is why if you get a YouTuber who's talking about, I can stay in for $300, I can stay for $100, that's bullshit. It's bullshit. Now, do places are places that cheap? Yeah, of course they are. But not in the center. Not anywhere in the center. Straight up. They're living on like Like they're not living in the hot zone where everything is at. They're living like maybe right outside of it, right? Maybe they got to take a grab over there. Maybe they drive a kilometer, right? 500 meters, 300 meters, but it's not in the center. Do places like that in the center exist? Yes, but they're not ideal. Trust and believe. I've seen them. They're not ideal. Can you get a hundred USD apartment in D1? Absolutely not. In Da Nang, An Tuong? Absolutely not. In Hanoi? Absolutely not. It's not gonna happen. $100? Nah, bro. Mm-mm. Nope. That is reserved for Vietnamese. Again, you're a foreigner. They're going to charge you automatically 30% higher off the rip. Straight up. That's just what it is. Deal with it. Unless you have a partner who knows how to negotiate and knows how to deal with this shit. I'm just saying. All right? Again, all this stuff is tied together, man. Where you pick your place, or excuse me, what region you live in, what city you live in, what woman you pick. You need a woman to help you, not hurt you, not take from you, to assist you, help you. Okay? If that's a green flag, bruh, for real. So these things matter. If your favorite YouTuber in Vietnam is not talking like that and telling you the real deal, then you probably should unsubscribe. I'm not telling you what to do, but I'm just saying that you they should be setting you up for success, not failure. Okay? For the click. It's not okay, man. All right? Two. One. So, housing advice that misleads expats. The apartment you tour on YouTube is not always the apartment you live in. That's what I just said. All right? So, again, these apartments that they tell you, probably 9 times out of 10, they cost more. Now, what I love about Simon is that he will give you straight up the real numbers. I give straight real numbers, even on my thumbnails. Um, I don't believe in like, you know, putting 200 USD if it's not the truth, you know? Um, even though people think it's clickbait, but no, it's true. You can get a 200 USD apartment, 100 USD apartment, but that's like it's a shoebox, bruh. I'm telling you. Number one, housing content often sells aesthetics without explaining neighborhood fit, maintenance quality, deposit risk, or lease terms. I have made videos on this, all of this stuff. How to find an apartment, all the YouTubers I showed you, Travis, um, Evan, and so far Lafty, Simon, they all give you straight information. Straight. Okay? Some more research than others, but varying degrees, their information is accurate. Okay? Um, Then, two, an apartment can look great online and still have thin walls, mold, noise, and unstable management or weak landlord support. Yes, there's um there's no, unfortunately, at this moment, there's no some sort of like Yelp type thing where you can go to review landlord buildings, apartments, or whatever. There's nothing like that. So it's difficult for us to pick the right apartments because how do you know about the landlord, if they're good, if they're bad? How do you know? You just don't, right? And that's what I hate the most is there's no there's no real guarantee for us in the beginning that us as expats, we have to like trust them. and I don't like that. You know what I mean? I'm trying, I don't know, I'm just speaking from like mitigating, just trying to mitigate factors, you know what I mean? And see what those mitigating factors are. And the biggest thing is like handing over a deposit and first month's rent when that's big money here for them when you're abroad still. Like you wiring shit. That's why I say don't wire nothing. Get here, get a hotel for a day or just maybe 2 days, and then go see the apartment before you sign anything. Do that first, and then because if you don't like it, then you don't have to freak out. Just hit me up. I got you, right? Or hit any of those guys up and be like, hey, I'm in a bind. Okay. Um, so, anyways, just make sure that your favorite YouTuber is telling you here in Vietnam, telling you straight business. Okay, telling you straight business because the housing market here is the biggest fucking scam. You heard it here. It's one of the biggest scams. Don't get scammed, man. Hit me up. I can send you over. I can send you to and refer you to positive, legit real estate agents that are vetted and honest. Okay, you won't get fucked over. All right, fucking with my people. All right, because I'll be like, all right. Number two, an apartment can look great online and still have thin. Okay, okay, all right. Travis talked about the mold, right? If you, depending on where you live, but this is generally for most Vietnam, it's a loud country. Okay, I'm surprised that a lot of the I heard a lot of the retiree guys, age guys, just kind of complaining about the noise, and even younger guys are complaining about the noise. You guys didn't research that this place is loud. This place is loud. Right? There's a lot of instability, a lot of instability in all over this country. Again, everything is moving. It's rapidly moving. It's rapidly changing. Prepare for that. Okay? Prepare up here for that. It's not as easy as the West. Not everything is as easy. Okay? Some things are easier. Some things, most things are not. Okay? You got to go here to go here to go here to wait here to go here to get a stamp. You know what I'm saying? That's what happens. All right. Three, rent pressure also changes faster than old videos suggest, especially in hot expat areas. Yeah. So what YouTubers said, or even what I said 6 months ago, the prices are different now. They're going up. Why? Because you guys are coming and you guys are willing to pay. You're willing to pay a lot more money than I would. You know what I mean? For a shoebox. If you're willing, again, if you're willing to, as a tourist, to get outside D1, District 1, then you're going to be good because that's the real Vietnam. That's the real Vietnam. District 1 is like a bubble. Get outside there and you'll see the real Vietnam. And then pick a district if it's in Ho Chi Minh City, pick a district that's outside of D1, outside of District 2 or Tao Dien, and you will be amazed. You're gonna have a great experience. All right. So rent is going up. It ain't going down. It's going up. So again, it's becoming less affordable every single year. It's the way it is, man. I like it, but their infrastructure needs to match. It needs to be on that type of energy. Okay, four, good housing decisions come from routine, from the commute, support, and long-term stability, not just nice furniture. It's facts. Okay, it's all about who you know. If you know the right real estate agent, they're gonna take care of your ass for real. Hit me up, man. This is what I do in my consultations. This is what I do with my people. All right. I don't just talk to you. I don't just you don't just do a consultation with me. I take care of you when you get here. I take care of you from the time we do our consultation to the time you get here, and even if you need my services after that, then while you're here, right? Setting you up with everybody in person, doing it for you. These are the things I do when I talk with my clients. All right. If you wanna talk to me, hit the link in the description. 30-minute, 1 hour consultations available this week. Hit me up. I have appointments available this weekend. So just hit me up. Again, there's a time difference depending on where you're at, but there's a slot for you. All right. So again, routine. If you're not, if your favorite YouTuber is not talking about, hey man, get a good routine. Make sure that you pick the right neighborhood. That's the most important thing. Again, I've been saying this over and over and over again. All right. Pick the right region, right? Example, north, central, south. Pick the right city within that your picked region. Then pick the right district. Pick the right area where you want to live. Okay? This stuff matters here. It matters here. It may not matter anywhere else. It matters here in Vietnam. Why? Because the what you don't see is the governmental like red tape. It varies from region to city to um, area. It, it 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 matters. Okay, so you could be paying more for your registration than one street down is a different district. For example, one street down from a different district could charge you for your registration. That is your housing registration. Everyone has to register, even when you're a tourist, but even Vietnamese, everyone has to register. So that's all your um, like where you live, basically. So they come and they'll sometimes they'll come and check on you just to make sure, like, hey, because again, this country is rampant with theft and scams and all this stuff. They're cleaning it up though. All right. Yeah. And then if you're a long-term person and you become an expat, then everything kind of opens up for you because then you start to understand how their culture, how the culture is a little bit more, a little bit more, and a little bit more. And then you'll understand in your mind, like, okay, I know what to do now. I know what not to do now. Okay. And then you can be self-sufficient for yourself. You know what I mean? As opposed to depending on your girl, right? I don't depend on my lady. With Vietnamese, of course, but I typically will do things for myself, right? Unless I need her to speak her language, then that's cool. But I try not to put her in that predicament because I want to be independent on my own. You know what I mean? And you should as well. All right. Don't depend on your lady too much or your man too much. Okay? Or anybody too much for that matter. All right, let's keep it rolling, man. Paperwork. We're almost out of here. We're almost good. All right. So the paperwork and visa reality. So the written rules, I've already told you guys this, right? The written rules, in the past videos, last week, week before as well. The written rules have been they're good on paper, but the reality is a different story, man. All right. These are things that I talk to you guys about when I do consultation. All right. I'm not gonna tell you everything here on free YouTube. Okay. We get in the nitty gritty during consultations. All right. So book me right now. Okay. Number one, travel content skips the system side of life, like registration, leases, banking, visa, work permits, and paperwork loops. Man, I talk to you guys. I break down every single paperwork that you'll need. I break down everything. If you tell me where you want to go, which field working you want to go, retire, whatever, we dive deep into that stuff during our consultation. All right? Because I'm telling you, these travel content creators, they don't know shit about the registrations. They don't know updated registration stuff. They don't know updated information about banking, leases, visas, none of that shit. Right? They'll maybe give you a visa. But when it comes to work permits, I just dropped a video. I just talked about work permits last week. I have a video about work permits last week. Just go look. Okay? Updated 2026. All right? Maybe like 10 days ago I dropped it. All right? It's constantly, the paperwork is constantly changing. Go to YouTubers like myself and go to the guys who I've talked about on this live. Go to them because we talk about this shit, man. Because we live in it. We're living it. That's who you should be listening to. People who live, who have your lifestyle. What you want, follow us. We got you, man. You know what I mean? For real. No bullshit. All right. Three, two people can get different answers for the same issue depending on office, city, or who handles the case. This is the shit that will drive you fucking nuts. Okay? Because they tell you one thing, you go do what they tell you, you come back to that office, and then they say, you didn't need to do that. And you're like, huh? Because you need to go get a stamp. They told you, for example, you need to go get a stamp at this office. Then you go to that office, and then it takes you 2 hours to get that stamp, or it takes you an hour to get that stamp, because things don't move so fast here. You go back 2 hours later or an hour later, and then they're like, "Oh, I'm sorry, you didn't need that." And you're like, "Bro, you just spent money, you just spent time." You're like, and that happens quite often here. So if you find the right people and you find the right support system while you're here, that's gonna save you time, most importantly, and money. Least importantly. Okay? Alright, so again, you gotta make sure you get the right information. Again, even if it's from a government official, don't take it with a grain of salt. Absorb the information. Anyone in this country, absorb the information and go and ask 2 or 3 other people. That's a good rule. You need to, like, hey man, they said go this way. Go ask somebody. Go ask 2 people more. 2 more people. All right. That's what I'm saying. Here, they give all kinds of wrong information. There's hella misinformation here. All right. So just be careful. Three, that is why relocation advice is different from travel content. Okay. Let me read that again. That is why relocation service or relocation advice is different from travel content. You should know the difference. But if you don't know the difference, my content is like relocation content as opposed to travel content. Okay? I'm here to teach you guys what Vietnam is like as an expat and all of the categories that brings. Okay? That's the difference between my channel and other channels. Okay? Is that I'm here to help you guys. Like, you can call me and you'll get me. Right? So, most of them are just looking for views. Okay? I'm a business. Okay? And I'm a person. Hello. All right. The friction is number 4. The friction is not always complexity. It is inconsistency, repetition, and uncertainty. Yeah, man. I mean, the paperwork, You have anxiety, especially when it's tied to your visa and then it's tied to you like legit staying here. It's a problem, bro. Like you want to make sure that if everything else fails, you want to make sure the visa is straight. You want to make sure that you don't fuck around with that. No, don't go to some sketchy visa agent because you want to save, $20. You're gonna if they mess up on your visa, you could be blackballed, um, or AKA blacklisted, from ever coming back here, or 3-year ban or a 5-year ban. Um, it's that serious, and they take it that serious. Okay, so it doesn't matter who you go through as long as it's legit. And there's a lot of not legit people here that want your money. All right? Vietnam's still a poor country. You got to understand that. You're privileged. We are privileged. Okay? Keep that in mind. All right? You're just gonna deal with a bunch of bullshit here. I mean, I gotta keep it a bean. I gotta keep it a bean with y'all. You're gonna deal with a bunch of bullshit. The inconsistency, the repetition of doing the same shit over, saying the same shit over, and then obviously the uncertainty. You're just gonna deal with that, right? How you deal with it is how you enjoy Vietnam, right? I can still be a realist and still be amazed with this country every day. Facts. Every day I'm amazed with this country. The resilience of the people, the resilience of the government. Like they blow me away. Like I'm not even just trying to like gas Vietnam up. I'm being dead serious. Like this is genuinely my thought every single day. I still enjoy living here. Like truly. Yeah, there's things that I wish that were better, but I have faith in the Vietnamese people. I have faith in what they're doing here because I can see it with my own eyes. Right? That's what I'm trying to portray to you guys in my videos is like this is a good option, but Vietnam's a good option, but it's not for everybody. Okay? I love this place. I'm marrying this place. I'm about to have babies with this place. Um, and I I honestly genuinely think that this place can help a lot of you guys if you have your head on straight. All right, so let's keep it moving, man. So the expat bubble. Where you at? Let's go here. Okay, the expat bubble. Vietnam will fix your life, right? it, it will not fix your life, bro. All right. If you only live in the bubble, Vietnam becomes easier, but more expensive. All right. Now, I know people who only live in Tao Dien in Ho Chi Minh City here. I know people who live in Tay Ho only and don't do anything outside of Tay Ho in Hanoi. I know people who just stay in Da Nang's tourist areas. They're District 1 and Tuong. And Mihe, sorry, my voice is a little dry. Mihe, and um, and they never really go talk to Vietnamese other than for the services they need. So it's cool, but they're cool with just paying the money. It's fine. You can do that, man. Nobody's telling you you have to go mingle with Vietnamese. Nobody's telling you that, bro. You do not have to go just because you come to this country doesn't mean that you have to be like, yeah, Vietnam, yeah, people, Vietnamese people. You don't have to. You can do what you want to do. As long as it's all good and law abiding and all that shit, you can be fine. You can hang out with expats only. There's nothing wrong with that. A lot of people I see online bashing the foreigners. And I'm talking about other foreigners bashing other foreigners. Why? Why, bro? Don't we all want a good life? Don't we want to be happy? Why can't you be happy for other people? That brings happiness inside of you, man. You can do this shit too, bro. Don't hate on me because you're not here. Hit me up. Schedule a consultation and I'll get your ass here. I'll help you get here. But don't hate on people, man, because they're just living life, bro. You know, that's ugly, bro. It's ugly. One, some creators experience Vietnam almost entirely through expat districts, English speaking staff, Western food, and premium rentals. Bro, I know people who like this all the time. It's crazy. It's crazy to me. Like, the Vietnamese people are some of the best people in the world. Like, I get it. If they're not your people, you don't fuck with them, then cool. That's cool. Like, but for most of us, we have great experiences with Vietnamese people, and we have shit experiences with Vietnamese people. It comes together, you know. It comes with the territory. Um, I've experienced so much more amazing experiences and positive experiences than negative experiences. But when you have a negative experience here, it really fucks with you. You know what I mean? Because then you don't necessarily have a ton of people to talk to about this. They haven't experienced what they can't empathize. You know what I'm saying? So you tend to just kind of eat that shit, and you're like, all right, and you don't want to trauma dump on your partner either. You know, it's just trash. You know what I mean? Again, as a black man, understand that people are going to be very friendly with you and understand that, and I'm talking about the women, I'm talking about the men. They'll be very friendly with you. Just if you don't want the contact, just tell them, hey, how you doing? Be friendly, and then, you know, back them off. Okay? It's okay. If you stay in the expat bubble, that's cool. It's cool. You're just gonna pay it. You're gonna pay tons of more money. Tons more money. Okay. Western food's premium. Okay. If you live in Tao Dien, you're going the apartments or yeah, the apartments are pretty decent. A lot of them are either smaller or they're going to be like premium. Okay, but they'll still be nice. All right, and like those big, they have big high rises, right? Tiny apartments though. Big money, big money. All right, people. Two. Uh, that can make life feel smooth, but it also distorts cost, um, culture, and daily expectations. Yeah, I mean, if you live in Tao Dien, you don't really feel like you're living in Vietnam. But I've never lived in Tao Dien. Maybe some of y'all who live in Tao Dien, you guys can let me know in the comment section. Like, I mean, how does it live? How's it living over there? I know when I go over there, it doesn't feel like Vietnam, really. So big old wide streets and shit. I was like, damn, okay, you can fit like 4 buses on here. Okay. Four, the strongest expats know how to use the bubble without letting it become their whole reality. This is why I live. I mean, I guess I live in a bubble now, but it's not really a bubble because it's local as well. Like it's kind of a good mix, but it's probably 80-20 local. And D3 is literally I'm 5 minutes, 2 minutes away from like downtown, really. Like D1. It's bordering D3. So I'm in like the bubble and it's still local enough to where the prices aren't out of control and um, the house that we rent is not crazy. And I live literally I live on the canal, basically. Prime location. So again, I got this because as of who I know. All right. You want that kind of access? Hit me up. All right. The strongest expats. No, okay, okay, yeah, and we don't like. I don't go to D1 quite often. All right. Like if I have to go do some stuff, I will stay around D3. I'll go to D1 if I need to go do some stuff. But like we don't really spend time in D1. You know, that's for the tourists. The expats, we stay outside of the tourist area, and you will too. Okay, you'll realize as you live here, if you live in Ho Chi Minh City, you'll go. I only go when I meet you guys. Let's be honest. All right. So anytime you guys come in town, you hit me up, and then you're like, hey, let's meet up for dinner or coffee or whatever. It's always D1. So thanks, guys. All right. We know how to maneuver between like real life and the reality or the fantasy. Okay. Don't get lost in the sauce. Your first year, you'll probably go party a lot. If after your first year you're still partying, you probably have an issue. Just saying. Like, I'll give you max 2 years before you stop partying and kind of just do your own thing with your friends and stuff. Okay, get friend groups and then you go do that. You know how it is. You know how us humans do. All right, man. YouTube. So really, this is gonna be my last. This is my last one. So thank you for rocking with me. I really appreciate you hanging in there, guys. Thank you. So YouTube versus the real life here in Vietnam. Travel content shows the highlight reel. All right. Relocation requires the manual. Okay. I have a relocation guide in links in the description. Go take a look at that, download that. That will help you. You can write on it. It has a bunch of notes, a bunch of stuff, different areas you can check out, a bunch of information, all free. It's like 40, 50 pages worth of like legit information. Go take a look at it, download it, and let me know what you think after you read it. So travel content focuses on food, coffee, nightlife, beaches, and low short-term costs. Yeah, I mean, why wouldn't you, you know? Real life adds banking, healthcare, housing, routine, traffic, admin, and emotional sustainability. The last one, emotional sustainability, is the most important one. Why? Because this place here can really fuck with your brain and it can really fuck with your mental health. And if you don't keep your mental health in check, meaning you have an outlet where you can vent, right? Because again, you're going to go through a bunch of bullshit here, even if it's little bit, like someone scamming you, a vendor scamming you for 10,000. It's not a lot, but if everyone's doing that to you, then one, you got to kind of figure out how to counterbalance that, but for yourself. But you'll as you learn these little tricks of how to save this, you're going to start to understand that Vietnam is not so bad. It's just that they are doing what they are been doing for generations, and now they're breaking it's being broken. So you have an opportunity to teach Vietnamese people truly what it is to be like in the West, because that's where they're headed. They're headed to that, at least a form of, like, I don't want to say imperialism, but like financial freedom is what for lack of a better phrase, financial freedom. So they're growing, man, and I'm willing to stay here to go to grow with them as a society. That's the good, that's the bad, and that's the fucking ugly for real. And most of the time you're gonna have really good experiences, and then sometimes you're just gonna have some shit experiences, and chalk it up to the game and keep it moving, man. I mean, most of these people are great people, dude. Like they're amazing people. Three, again, let me do two. So when it comes to banking, it's not as easy as just walking into the West and giving them your passport. It's not as easy as that. Healthcare is pretty self-explanatory. I've done videos on banking. I've done lives and videos on healthcare. They're all in my catalog. Just go take a look. I do housing stuff as well, all in my catalog. Big one, routine. Make sure you have a routine. The faster you can come up with a routine, the quicker you will have success here in Vietnam. Straight up. Have a good routine. Um, People will start to understand you. They're watching you. You just don't know they're watching you. All right. Make sure you have all your admin straight. Like, even if you're a tourist, make sure you have all your admin, like, all right, in it, like buttoned up big time. Okay. Three, neither version is fake, but one is incomplete if you are planning a long-term move. All right. So again, understand that there's a difference between travel content creators on YouTube and us relocation, real life expats who live here. All right, we're us expats. We've meshed the two, so we're kind of different. But we're here to show you guys what it's really like living here and give you guys positive and good information, reliable information. You can rely on me on this. All right, I know what the fuck I'm talking about. I'm just gonna keep it a buck. And the guys I've told you, they know what they're talking about. All right. Bad advice often happens when creators blur travel content into relocation authority. Okay. There's two different YouTubers that you're looking at, right? This channel again, I'm relocation. Okay. I'm all about expat life, experience. I want to show you guys POV. All right. I want to introduce you guys, and that's what I've been doing for the last 2 years on YouTube. Okay. I want you guys, if you want to come to Vietnam, I have a relocation business that I help expats just like you come and move here. Okay. You want to do first, just like a little trial run. You're coming here to have a trip. I can plan all that stuff for you. Everything in this country, whether it's your activities, your driver, your hotel, your anything, I got you. And most importantly, your visa. Most importantly, your visa. I have visa agent who's my personal visa agent. She takes care of all of our stuff. Okay, so that's one person. You're not, and obviously with me, I'm always on the communication with her, between my clients and her, I'm always there. So you have ongoing support when you get here. Any YouTuber can say that? I don't think so. I don't think so. All right, you can actually hit me up. All right, let's see. How to tell if let's see. Let's go like this. This is the last one. How to tell good advice from clickbait. Okay, the best advice explains trade-offs, not just the highlights. All right. I think these guys that I've talked about today are definitely giving you um, a good trade-off between their highlights and the real deal, to be honest. Okay. Number one, um, good advice uses context, timestamps, nuance, and honest trade-offs. I mean, if that doesn't tell you about this channel, my channel, uh, I don't know what does. All right. I pride myself on having dignity and respect and honor. Um, and a lot of you YouTubers out there have sold your soul to the devil, man. I'm telling you that to get that sweet, sweet, sweet YouTube click money, ad money. You know what I mean? So, two bad advice sounds absolute, overconfident, outdated, and one size fits all. All right. You know the YouTubers here in Vietnam. You know them. All right. And all these new YouTubers, they don't know what they're talking about. Really. They really don't know. All right. Three, a creator who says it depends may be less exciting, but often much more useful. Yeah. Facts. All right. Four, the goal is not to find the loudest voice, it is to find the most grounded one. And if I can tell you that anything, those guys are the ones who absolutely know what they're talking about. Especially with Evan, he's married, and he has kids. All right, so he definitely knows what he's talking about when it comes to that. All right, I would absolutely take a look at that. All right, man. So I've been talking my head off for a minute here. So if you guys, again, if you guys are looking for any kind of move, any trips here, visa help, what I offer is I offer relocation planning. We go in the weeds, man. We go deep. Uh, I'll break down a good city fit for you, good strategy, where to move, housing guidance, neighborhood direction. Obviously, I said your visa already. Hit me up. We can get fast visas, whether it's 1 day, 2 day, 3 day visa, or 1 hour visa, 2 hour visa, 3 hour visa. So if you have emergency visa issues, message me. All right, there's my email right here, right there. All right, the story of KT at Gmail. You can message me if you have any issues, and I'll do my best to help you out. Also, for straight answers before you make those expensive mistakes. That's the biggest thing. People don't use my service or anyone's service before they move here because I don't know why they would do that. Right? Um, it's important that you get a plan first before you move. Right? Even if you have a plan already set up, you don't know anything about Vietnam. I wouldn't I wouldn't go to Vietnam and move to Vietnam just based on my videos alone. I'm talking about my videos alone. I wouldn't. I would hit me up and ask questions, like real questions of what you want. Right? I wouldn't guess. Right? So hit me up. Five, last but not least, and I offer more than these five services for relocation services, but I just don't want to, I could put it long, right? These are the biggest ones, okay? Uh, Five is VIP, fast pass service, airport service in Ho Chi Minh City. You know the lines, you know they're crazy, and in Hanoi. All right, Da Nang's coming. That's why I haven't put it here yet. But yeah, if you guys need anything about relocation, I got you, man. Again, been here 6 years. I really appreciate you guys rocking with me today, man, and rocking with me on this 2 year journey, man. Um, yeah, YouTube is a funny business, man. YouTube's a funny platform, but I enjoy this, man. I enjoy coming and talking to you guys, and I just want to reach a ton of people to see and help. And I know it's bad out there right now, man. I know it's bad out there, and I hope you guys, I really hope you guys are, doing well, man, because who knows what's gonna happen these days, man. I see. Let me look at these comments, man. Ev, what's up, bro? My boy Evan. Let's go, baby. So again, this is Ev. This is Evan. You guys I was talking about earlier, and you can hit him up, man. He's married here, and again, I'm not gonna go over it again, but yeah, he knows what he's talking about, and he's crushing it, man. What's up, brother? How you doing, man? We need to get together, brother. Um, let me know. Let me know. Thanks for the comment, bro. Appreciate you. Much love to you. Ev says, "How you doing? How you going, man? Good to see you live. How's the stream this weekend?" It's good, man. Yeah, it's good. Let's talk. Let's have a phone call. A little bit later on today. I'm gonna go take a nap after this. No, I'm just kidding. I'm gonna go to the store with my lady. But yeah, we'll talk. We'll talk on the back end, bro. Appreciate you, bro. Shout out to you, Ev. Let's see. Coffee, hey, what's up? What's up, Steve, Evan? Okay. Evan, he says, I'm happy in Ho Chi Minh City now, but I want to come back and visit. Yeah. All right. All right. So, just looking after, Evan says, just looking after a kid on a Saturday. Let's connect soon, man. We gotta make more vids. Yeah, I agree. I agree, brother. I agree. I love you, man. You know that. But anyways, let me get up out of here, guys. I appreciate you guys. I'm just about to leave here. Hey, what's up, Steven? Philippines in full effect. My brother Steve says, what's up, KT? And what's up, Ev? I love it, man. I love it. What's up, man? Love, bro. We need to get together as well. So let me know whenever you are around, and let's do something, man. Okay, what's up? Okay, Evan. Look at Evan. Look at Evan spending his YouTube money. Okay, Evan. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. I'm only kidding, but thank you, brother. Mad respect to you. Evan says, buy coffee and let's make more vids. Appreciate the work. Thanks, Kev. Yeah. We will, brother. I definitely need to. And I want to do it with you too, brother. So Evan says, hey Steven, all of us, me, you, Kev, gotta make it happen. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, guys. So there's the information right there. Mad love to you guys for hanging out. Evan, thank you for the super chat, brother. Appreciate you. Much love. Um, and yeah, free relocation guide right there. Hit the console link right there if you need. And there's my email if you have any questions. And blah 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 blah. All right. Much love to all of you. Thank you guys for rocking out with me. Peace.